Have you ever noticed how easy it is to spend hours playing video games or scrolling through social media, yet the idea of studying for just half an hour feels unbearable? You could sit in front of a screen for hours, engrossed in games or social feeds, but as soon as you think about working on your side project or studying for an upcoming test, it feels like a mountain you can't climb. So, why is it that you can stay glued to a screen but struggle with tasks that require focus and effort? The reason lies in how your brain responds to different activities, specifically through the neurotransmitter dopamine. Many people mistakenly believe dopamine is the pleasure molecule, but that's not entirely accurate. Dopamine is actually a desire molecule. It's what drives you to seek out things and take action. When you feel excited or motivated to do something, it's dopamine at work. If you're unsure how powerful dopamine is, consider a few experiments neuroscientists conducted on rats. Researchers implanted electrodes in the rats' brains to stimulate their reward centers whenever the rats pulled a lever. The results were astonishing. The rats developed such a powerful craving that they continued pulling the lever over and over for hours, completely neglecting food, water, and even sleep. They kept pressing the lever until they collapsed from exhaustion. When the researchers blocked the release of dopamine in the rats' brains, the opposite happened. The rats became so lethargic that even getting up to drink water wasn't worth the effort. They wouldn't eat, drink, or even engage in any activities unless food was placed directly in their mouths. The experiment revealed that while hunger or thirst is one type of motivation, dopamine plays a critical role in driving behavior. Without it, motivation to act dwindles. These experiments might sound extreme, but the influence of dopamine on behavior is evident in everyday human life, too. For instance, your brain prioritizes activities based on how much dopamine it expects to receive. Activities that promise a quick, pleasurable reward, like eating comfort food, playing video games, or checking social media, release a lot of dopamine. As a result, they feel rewarding and enticing. On the other hand, activities with delayed or less immediate rewards, like studying or exercising, release less dopamine and, therefore, feel less appealing. Now consider the modern digital world, which constantly bombards us with high dopamine stimuli. Every notification, like, or message is designed to give you a small hit of dopamine. Over time, this leads to dopamine tolerance. Just like someone who drinks alcohol regularly needs more to get drunk, your brain becomes accustomed to higher dopamine levels. Everyday activities that don't release as much dopamine feel dull and uninteresting. So, is there a way to break this cycle? The answer is a dopamine detox. The idea is simple: set aside a day where you avoid all highly stimulating activities, no social media, no video games, no junk food, no technology. Instead, embrace boredom. This may sound challenging, but the purpose is to allow your brain's dopamine receptors to recover from overstimulation. During a dopamine detox, you're encouraged to do low-stimulation activities like going for a walk, meditating, reflecting on your life, or writing down your thoughts and goals on paper, not on a computer or phone. This might seem dull at first, but that's precisely the point. By avoiding high dopamine activities, you give your brain a chance to reset. Your brain will start to find satisfaction in simpler, less stimulating activities, much like how a plain bowl of rice might seem delicious if you haven't eaten in days. Why does this work? Think of it this way: if you've been eating gourmet meals for every meal, a simple dish would seem bland. But if you were stranded on a deserted island without food, even a plain bowl of rice would taste like a feast. Similarly, when you cut back on constant dopamine hits, the less stimulating tasks that seemed boring before become more enjoyable. If the idea of a full dopamine detox seems too extreme, consider a lighter version. Pick one high dopamine activity, like checking your phone or playing video games, and avoid it for a single day each week. Over time, you'll find it easier to focus on other tasks that used to feel dull. Even small changes can make a big difference. It's not just about eliminating high dopamine activities forever, though. It's about finding a balance. Use these activities as rewards for completing challenging tasks. For instance, if you finish an hour of studying or exercise, reward yourself with 15 minutes of your favorite high dopamine activity. This creates anticipation, making it easier to stay motivated. Dopamine detox works because you start to connect dopamine release to activities that benefit you in the long run. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the thought of studying or working on a project, you might find that these activities become easier as you reset your brain's reward system. It's essential to understand that nearly everything releases some dopamine, even drinking water when you're thirsty. But the activities that release the highest amounts, like playing video games, eating junk food, or engaging in addictive behaviors, are the ones that can cause the most problems. Over time, they create a high threshold for what feels rewarding. When your brain becomes accustomed to these high dopamine levels, it's harder to get motivated for tasks that release less dopamine. This is why people addicted to drugs, gambling, or even social media have a hard time enjoying ordinary, low dopamine activities. They have become like the rats in the experiment, who had no motivation to do anything unless there was a significant dopamine release. The good news is that you can change this. Dopamine detoxing isn't about punishing yourself or removing all fun from your life. It's about regaining control and finding satisfaction in meaningful activities. Even if you don't go for a full detox, consider at least reducing your exposure to high dopamine triggers. Over time, you might find it easier to concentrate on things like studying, exercising, or working on a passion project. These activities may not release as much dopamine at first, but as your brain adjusts, they will start to feel more rewarding. By managing your dopamine levels, you can regain motivation and focus on things that matter most to you. In conclusion, we're all dopamine addicts to some extent, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Dopamine is what drives us to achieve goals and improve ourselves. But it's up to you to choose where you get your dopamine from. Will you seek it from activities that provide immediate gratification but little long-term value, or will you find it in actions that help you grow and reach your goals? If you've enjoyed this video, please consider tapping the like button. Thanks for watching, and remember, you have the power to control your dopamine and, in turn, control your motivation. Start your dopamine detox today and take the first step toward becoming better than you were yesterday.